What's up, guys? It's your girl, Dedicated Diva, and I am back with another work at home chat. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let me get straight into it. Now, I don't know what I'm going to title this video or this podcast, but you guys got to work with me because this is sort of like a mini rant, so to speak. One thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is the seasonal positions that's out. And I'm going to talk to you guys, and I don't want to say the name of the company because my subscriber that sent me the information did not want me to say the name of the company, so I'm going to respect that subscriber. And I thank them so much for sending me this because I was getting sent some of the same things. Okay, let's start off. Seasonal, well, work at home jobs are just like your normal jobs that you go out to. Some places hire for seasonal positions. Now, when it comes to work from home, most companies start hiring around late July into August. They really start the little ramp up process for the seasonal work. And as you guys know, seasonal work is not bad. You may want, to do seasonal work part time. You may just need an extra cash in your pocket, or you may just actually need that cash. And guys, trust me, I pull in cash any way that I possibly can. So I totally understand it. To this day, I'm always applying for some extra. I've even been I've even been given jobs and I've already got one. So I totally understand. But the things with these seasonal positions are that around September, I would say training should begin if you have been hired for any type of seasonal work from September to October. Now, going into November, it may be a little dry, but they may, give you a couple hours here and there just for you to kind of get your feet wet. But from the middle of November on, I would say until February or late March, you're going to be working with them. Now, a lot of companies like saying after the seasonal position, you'll be hired full time. Even if they tell you that, don't believe that. Go for that seasonal position. Know that you will be working that seasonal position and don't look forward to anything after that. The reason why I say that because I had a subscriber to contact me, and she was letting me know that she was on government assistance. And she was afraid that if she took the position is a season position, and she would be making a nice amount per hour. But after that, after the seasonal, if she didn't get hired full time, she would have to start the process all the way back over again to get her government assistance. And with the company, she would be an actual employee. Now, if you guys didn't know, if you are an employee and you're getting government assistance, this can just be for anybody. If you're getting government assistance and you're an employee and you make a certain amount, that weighs heavily on the government assistance that you get. Now, if it's seasonal and they say, well, after that, it's a good chance that you will be working full time. Now, it's up to you, to believe that and to go out on a whim, but I'm just telling you guys. So if you get government assistance, you go for a seasonal position. It's just like any other job. You just have to deal with the repercussions after that. Now, I would say I can't answer that question for you on should you take the job or should you not, because only you know your situation. But I know when I was in a similar situation a couple years back, I've always taken the position because there's money in your pocket and you never know, what you can do with the money that you're getting from that job. Now, in some cases, some seasonal positions do turn into full-time positions. But in most cases, seasonal positions are only seasonal positions. They'll call you to get that job done. I would say at the end of February, March, they let you go. and you may have to receive unemployment or something like that for a while. Now, sometimes they do pick up and they do call people back, but sometimes you have to reapply for that position. So that's why I say it's solely based up to you if you want to do it. I always take, of course, the position on top of everything, but I can't do that for you because I'm not in your situation. I don't know what's going on. I was in that situation, and that's why I started trying to work out things on my own. That's when I really started kicking my own butt, and I started getting different businesses going because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't always kind of having to depend on other jobs like that. And if you do take a position where you're on government assistance and you're an employee and they may take some of your benefits away from you, don't let that scare you. You just know when it starts getting toward the end of that seasonal position, you need to start hiring. You need to start looking for, other places to work. Don't just let that be your only position. Don't let that be your only job. So I'm going to get that out of the way. Now, the other part that I want to talk to you guys about is whenever you're going in for training for any position, it can be seasonal, it can be full-time, regular, part-time, regular. You guys need to make sure you're getting enough training. I also had someone email me that told me that training went so fast on a certain position that they had applied for that they literally could not remember anything. And even though that they had been given the tips and tricks and all that, they literally didn't get the chance to absorb anything because once they learned it, they were on to another thing. And they did mock calls, but you could tell there was no one actually listening to the calls. The only thing that I can tell you when it comes to a situation like that, if you feel like the training is going too fast, you need to stop the trainer and let them know. You need to send them an email expressing, your concern. And you also need to make sure there's some type of communication that goes out through the company with employees, independent contractors, or team leads or something like that. Because it's not impossible, but it's really close to being impossible to do a job if you don't know what you're doing. And in the position that this subscriber had got put in, I was able, just because, I could ask through people that I know that work for that company, the different resources, and I could help her out. If you feel like that you're going down this downward spiral and you can't catch hold, let the trainer know. Don't be scared that you're going to lose your job, because 9 times out of 10, the way that things go is people feel like during training, they just want to know, they just want to listen, they want to absorb, and they never want to cut the train off, or they never want to actually ask questions. But what ends up happening is it may be a lot of people that's in that training class at the time that's just like you are. They feel like they're not learning anything, they're not absorbing anything, and you can be that saving grace for them. Even if you're shy, don't feel like you can't say anything. Get up, say something, be like, hey, I'm not getting this. You're going way too fast. We're not going to know anything. Stop that trainer to let them know, like, hey, you're going way too fast. Because I have did it many times before. And even though the people on the call, some people be want to go and get out of the training class so fast. For almost every working home company, you're paid when you're in training. And even if you're not, it's not my fault that you want to leave that quick. Take your time and ask the questions that you need to ask, because there's a lot of people, it's almost like they're not doing it on purpose, but they know the company so good, and they know their position, and they're going at a speed, they're going at a speed in which they're just spitting out the information because they don't want to forget something, or it's just they just know the company that good when they're a trainer. And so that's another thing that I wanted to get out. If you're ever going through a training, especially seasonal, and it's something you feel like you're missing, say something. Because once you get in production, if you keep making mistakes or it's things that you keep doing the wrong way and they let you go, that'll be on your record forever. This is a job, you have to treat it as such. I would rather say something through training than to get to production and be totally clueless and totally lost. So that's just what I wanted to get out to you guys. When it comes to seasonal positions, is something that's kind of tricky. If you have government assistance, and I understand that, and you guys can email me or write me a comment, and I'll try to help you guys as much as I can, because trust me, I was in you guys' shoes, and sometimes the way these jobs feel, it makes me want to give up and go back to it. But whenever you're going to take on a seasonal position and you have government assistance and you know this is what you want to do, I would say when it get around December and January, you need to start reapplying for other jobs, or keep applying for other jobs just in case something else come by. You want to finish your duration out with the job that you're working for, but you also want to keep your options open. So that's what I have to say on that. And if you're ever going through training, you ever feel like you need help, stop the trainer and let them know, because you don't want to move forward and do a bad job once you get in production and they put it on your record. You can never come back with the company, or another company, another working home job, look at it and they be like, well, if they did this bad and they were only this far in, we're not going to hire them. So just remember to always speak up during training. I'll see you guys next week with another Work at Home Chat.